Soon, Tae packed her stuff while Kook and Jisoo had their conversation. Kook said he would take care of her. At the same time, Jisoo tells her to take advantage of this because she has never agreed to go like this, even on a date. After bidding byes, Taekook started their journey. Kook began to drive towards their destination for 14 hours together. So, she trailed off without saying anything. Kook, so, Tae, to how many girls did you go to take them like this? Kook, just like you. The number of boys you went with. There are none, Tae thought in her mind. Kook, yeah, no one, except for my two ladies. Hey, two ladies, she said, with confusion. Kook, mom and a little devil. Tae, oh, she said, with a chuckle. The ride was going fine and well. It's already 7:30 p.m. Tae, what, Kook? No, just the one who's mesmerized me, he says seriously. Tae, you're too much, Kook, she says, taking a sip of water from her glass. Kook, not enough if you ask me, he says softly. Tae, mister, you're making it hard for me to concentrate on my food, she says, looking at her food, but her spoon points towards Kook. Kook, that's the plan, he says, with a laugh. Tae shook her head, not knowing how to reply anymore to the flirty person acting all naughty. She tried to ignore her heartbeat, but failed. Kook was making her feel some unsaid emotions, which she did not think till now. Soon, they left the place. As they went back on the ride, it was becoming dark and darker with each passing minute. Tae suggested they could rest in some hotel, if he can't drive back, because he drove for 14 hours and they are returning. Tae, Kook, she called, tapping on his shoulder to get his attention, and Kook slowed the bike speed to listen to what she was speaking. Tae, we have been traveling for a few hours, and you drove all night yesterday. Kook, yeah, Tae, like, can we go to a hotel or something? You take some rest, and we will start again tomorrow? Kook, I don't think you will be comfortable with it. Tae, it's okay. Tae, it's not okay, and I'm the one who proposed the idea, so no problem. Kook, if you say so. Kook mumbled to himself, nodding, a smile on his face because she cared about him. Tae, you need rest, she mumbled and was surprised at herself. After some time, they stopped in front of a hotel and took a double bedroom. Both stopped in front of their respective room doors. Kook, Tae, I will leave my door open. You can come if you want anything, he said, with a soft smile. Tae, yeah, good night. Kook, good night. Tae did her night routine and took her phone to check if she had any important emails to respond. While Kook was done with his bath after doing some push-ups, he was only in his sweatpants, ready to go to sleep. But before that, he wanted to make sure Tae was asleep. So, he slowly went out and looked at his opposite door, only to see the lights were already off. Thinking Tae slept, he returned to his room, leaving his door unlocked. After some time, Tae slowly opened her door and tiptoed towards Kook's room to see he was already asleep. Because he had been driving for hours, he is snuggled up entirely in the blanket towards the end of the bed. Tae smiled at him, sat on the bed for a few minutes, and Googled if there were any places for them to visit as they were already staying in the hotel. After some time, Tae got up, went to his side, adjusted the pillow and blanket, and caressed his hair falling on his face. His tattooed hand peeks out of the blanket, giving a small view of his tattoo. She was about to touch it with a smile when she realized what she was doing, and she instantly turned into an expressionless face and went back into her, slightly tapping her cheeks to act appropriately. Next day, Kook woke up early and got ready, and he searched for some places to visit. Taekook. She came into his room, rubbing her sleepy eyes, messy hair in a bun and her slippers on the wrong foot. Kook. Yes, baby bear, he said, unconsciously. Tae, you already got ready, she says, after looking at him and falling on the chair near his bed. Kook. Yeah. Kook entered his imaginary world, where it seemed like they were already married, and it was just another fine morning for them to be together. Kook. Have you slept well? Tae just nodded her head. Kook. I'm searching for any places to visit. Are you interested? Tae. Yes, I've searched them yesterday. Kook. Oh. Kook replied excitedly, showing his bunny smile. Tae. There's a famous temple here, but I don't have a suitable outfit to wear, she says, in a whinny tone, along with morning grumpiness. Kook. We can go shopping, he suggested. Tae smiled at him and went back. Tae said she would be back in an hour, and Kook thought it could take at least 2 hours because he already witnessed the timing from his two ladies, mom and sister. But taken by surprise, Tae got ready within an hour, and they drove towards a shopping mall. As they walked through the bustling shopping mall, Kook couldn't help but steal glances at Tae, his heart pounding with each step. He loved how her hair caught the sunlight, and her eyes lit up when she saw something interesting. Kook couldn't help but keep a protective hand on Tae's back, guiding her through the crowd. He is giving some little butterflies to Tae. Kook. Tae, are you habitual in carrying a sari? He asked, his eyes fixed on Tae. Tae, yeah. Whenever mom and I go to a temple, she will force me to wear one, and it has become a habit for me that wearing a sari is a must when I go to a temple. She said it with a sheepish smile, making Kook's heartbeat increase. Kook. Tae, look at this dress, Kook said, pointing towards a beautiful sari. Kook. I think you'd look stunning in it. Tae blushed, a rosy hue spreading across her cheeks. Tae, I don't know, Kook. It's a bit much, don't you think? Kook stepped closer, his eyes locking with hers. Kook. Nothing is too much for you, Tae. You deserve the best. Tae's heart skipped a beat. She was now used to Kook's compliments, but something about how he said it made her feel special. Tae, okay, I'll try it on, she said, taking the sari from him. It is a gorgeous sari in vibrant hues of pink and sparkles. As she went to try it on, Kook browsed through the men's section and selected a kurta pajama set that matched the elegance of Tae's sari. Tae emerged from the fitting room, looking both elegant and shy. The sari draped beautifully around her, highlighting her natural grace. Kook's eyes widened in admiration. When Tae emerged, she looked breathtaking. Kook. Wow, Kook said, his voice filled with genuine admiration. Kook. You look incredibly beautiful. Tae blushed even more, feeling a warmth spread through her. Tae fiddled with the sari's pallu. She doesn't know why, but she constantly loses her confidence. Tae. Thanks, Kook. you don't look so bad yourself, she said shyly. Kook stepped closer, his hand gently brushing Tae's back. Kook, I'm just trying to keep up with you, he said, with a wink, making Tae's heart flutter. As they continued shopping, they stumbled upon a jewelry stall. Kook spotted a delicate bracelet and picked it up. Kook, this would look great on you, Tae. Tae hesitated. Tae, Kook, you don't have to keep buying me things. Kook, I don't have to, but I want to, Kook replied, his voice soft and sincere. Tae felt a mix of emotions, flattered, shy, and something else she couldn't quite place. She tried to brush it off with a playful remark. Tae, if you keep this up, I'm never leaving you, she says, teasingly, while shaking her head. Kook grinned, his eyes twinkling with mischief. Kook, what if I say I want you that way, Tae? Well, maybe we have to go now. Tae's blush deepened, and she found herself lost for words. She tried to play it cool, but her heart was racing. As they made their way to the checkout, a group of girls nearby couldn't help but notice Kook. They giggled and whispered amongst themselves, casting admiring glances his way. They felt a pang of jealousy, her possessive side surfacing. Kook noticed her change in demeanor and leaned in close. Kook, you know, Tae, you're the only one I see, he whispered, his breath warm against her ear. Tae's heart fluttered, and she couldn't help but smile. Tae, good, because I don't like sharing, she mumbled to herself. Kook chuckled, his hand gently brushing against hers. They paid for their outfits and left the shop, ready to continue their journey to the temple. As they walked, Tae felt a sense of happiness and contentment she hadn't experienced in a long time. Maybe, just maybe, she was starting to believe in love and destiny. Tae had already called her mom and updated everything, and Jisoo encouraged her to be more open. Taekook started towards the temple, but the weather was chilly and cloudy. As they arrived at the temple, the peaceful atmosphere wrapped around them, calming their hearts. The temple stood tall and grand, with beautifully carved pillars and colorful paintings showing scenes from old stories. The soft breeze made the leaves of the sacred trees dance, and the gentle sound of prayers filled the air. Kook kept a protective arm around Tae, ensuring she felt safe and cherished. His touch was gentle yet firm, a silent promise of his presence and care. Tae leaned into his warmth, liking the feeling. They walked through the temple grounds, admiring the detailed architecture and the peaceful surroundings. The sun's warm glow on everything makes the temple look even more beautiful. They paused at a small shrine, watching the flickering flames of oil lamps and the curling tendrils of incense smoke rising to the sky. Kook turned to Tae, his eyes soft and filled with affection. Kook, would you like to pray together? He asked. Tae nodded, her heart fluttering at the thought of sharing such a special moment with him. They knelt on the cool stone floor, their hands folded in prayer. Tae closed her eyes and took a deep breath, feeling the calm of the temple seep into her soul. She whispered her hopes and wishes, feeling a sense of peace she hadn't felt in a long time. Next to her, Kook did the same, his heart full of silent prayers for their future together. When they finished, they opened their eyes and looked at each other, a quiet understanding passing between them. They stood up and continued their walk, Kook's hand gently resting on Tae's back. They came to a small pond with lotus flowers floating on the surface. The water was clear and still, reflecting the bright blue sky above. Kook pointed to a large lotus bloom near the edge. Kook, look at that one. It's just like you, beautiful and strong. Kook, Tae, I've always admired your strength and independence. It's inspiring. Tae, thank you. Kook, it's difficult, but I've learned to rely on myself. Kook, I get that, but it's okay to let someone in sometimes, to share the burden. Tae, I'm not sure I believe in love or letting someone in completely. My parents' relationship was difficult. Kook, I understand, but I believe that every relationship is unique, and just because one didn't work out doesn't mean another won't. Tae, you sound like a hopeless romantic, she says, looking up into the sky. Kook, maybe, but I think love is worth believing in, and if I have to spend every day showing you that, I will. Tae felt her heart skip a beat. Kook's sincerity was disarming. For the first time, she wanted to believe and feel for him. Tae, you're quite persistent, aren't you? Kook, when it comes to you, yes, because I think you're worth it. Taehyung. She tried to hide her smile and failed. Something about Kook made her want to open up, even a little. Tae, well, maybe we'll see where this goes. One step at a time. Jungkook, that's all I ask. One step at a time together, he says, with a grin. Tae felt her heart swell with emotion. She had always seen herself as independent and self-reliant as her mom. But Kook's words made her realize that letting someone in and sharing her journey with someone who truly cared for her was okay. After some time, they made their way to the main temple hall. The atmosphere was even more serene, with golden statues and soft, glowing lamps lighting the space. They knelt again, this time in front of the main altar, offering their prayers and gratitude. After their prayers, they sat quietly for a few moments, soaking in the peaceful energy of the temple. Kook took Tae's hand in his, intertwining their fingers. The simple gesture made Tae's heart race, and she looked at him with a mixture of shyness and affection. When the crowd was less, they went to the Punditji and took his blessing. When they were about to return, it slowly started to rain. Tae suggested they return to the pond again with Kook. Who is he to say no? They spent some quality time there and started when the rain stopped.
Thank you for reading amazingly. Hope you all liked it. This is just a fiction, please don't take anything to heart. See you all in the next chapter. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends who loves to live in imagination world.